Welcome in, Chipola Nation. This is Donnie Tyndall, head men's basketball coach here at Chipola College. I've got a couple of my guys here with me today. To my left, A.J. Barnes, and to my right, Dean Newsom. Both of these guys are newcomers to our program. A.J. is a transfer from another junior college in Texas, and Dean is a true freshman in our program. So we're going to let you get to know these guys a little bit. Let's start with the sophomore, A.J. Barnes. Tell our fans and our viewers a little bit about yourself, A.J., where you grew up, where you played high school ball, maybe how your high school team did, and where you were at last year as a freshman. Go ahead and give them the scoop.
A.J. Barnes. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Went to high school at Eagles Landing High School in Stockbridge, Georgia, and we went back-to-back championships. Well, 11th grade year, won championships. Second, 12th grade year, we went there, but we lost, unfortunately. But went to a school in Texas called McLennan Junior College.
Yep.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
So you won a state championship as a junior, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And how many points and rebounds did you get in the title game, AJ?
I think it was like 21 and 11.
Double in the title game. That's pretty strong. And then your next year you go back to the title game as a senior, but you got beat.
Yes, sir.
And how'd you do in that game?
I had 17 and 11.
Good. 2 doubles in state title games. That's pretty impressive, man. Well, Dean, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Dean Comanuso. I'm from Philadelphia, PA. I went to Archbishop Carroll High School. My junior year, we went to the Final Four of the state playoffs. My senior year, we went to the Elite Eight. Both great experiences. Learned a lot. Learned how to be a leader. Learned to be vocal. Coming here, been a great experience so far. Learned plenty of things that I didn't know about basketball and just about myself. Just glad to be able to get this opportunity.
That's great. Now, some of you viewers may understand there's a long history and tradition of Philadelphia guards that goes way, way back, that Philadelphia guards have always had toughness and grit and just a great basketball IQ, if you will. And so Dean is a Philadelphia guard. We've seen a lot of those things from him thus far, and hopefully he'll continue that long-standing tradition of good Philly guards. We're glad to have him here in Florida and here at Chipola College. Let's do this. You left McLennan, okay, freshman year, up and down like a lot of freshman years. What made you decide to come to Chipola, AJ?
I just thought it was a great fit, like how y'all move up and down. That fit my play style, and to have a great coach like you know what I'm saying, leading us, making us leaders on and off the court, and becoming a man pretty much, which I saw.
Well, AJ knows what it takes to get in the starting lineup. He's complimenting the head coach, right? So he's on his way here. Well, how about you, Dean? Tell us why you picked Chipola.
I had opportunities to go to other low majors, and I had a couple D2 offers. But when I came down here for actually a tournament, and coach told me to come down for to play in some open gym, and I just saw the way you led the guys, the way you coached the guys, and held everybody accountable, even when we're just playing pickup. So I knew that this would be a good fit because I needed a coach to help hold me accountable for the things that I need to get better at. So that's why I chose Chipola.
Okay. And then when you get here and I'm yelling at you and holding you accountable every day, you're like, why'd I come to Chipola? No, but both of these guys have been very, very coachable. They're good listeners. They're good people. They do a good job in the classroom as well. And so they're going to have a great year for us. I really believe that. Now tell me this. Take basketball out of the equation. Tell me some things, or at least one thing, that you found out that maybe you didn't expect about Chipola that you've really enjoyed or you really like about the school.
The bonding, like how everybody on and off the court, like we just bond with each other and we just like hang, like team dinner without the coach like telling us to. And I just find interest in that because that can like take us in the long run and plays a big part, pretty much.
Yeah, and every time we break a huddle in our program, we go 1, 2, 3, and we say the word family. And in our recruiting spiel, when we have parents and young men on our campus, we talk about it is truly a family. Not that families aren't going to cuss and fuss, as they say sometimes, because that will happen. Everything's not peaches and cream in any family, but I do think we have a true brotherhood, and it's pretty cool you're getting to experience that. It really is. Dean, how about you?
Everybody off the floor in the classroom has just been very kind. The teachers work with you. And like AJ said, I've been able to bond with people. I think that after Chipola, I'll be able to have connections with people that I play with and people that I've met in the classroom.
Yeah, that's a great point. The administration, the faculty and staff here at Chipola are second to none. They go out of their way to spend extra time with our players, whether it's through tutoring, whether it's just helping them, understand whatever the assignment may be, or just simply being a mentor. I've got 3 or 4 professors that actually called me before fall registration and said, "Coach, can you make sure some of your players are in my class because I really enjoy having them?" And I think that speaks volumes to the way our young people handle themselves, and it speaks volumes to the way that our faculty and staff here at Chipola truly do want to help our student athletes. It's pretty cool. Now let me ask you this year's team, give me one thing that you see we're doing really well and one thing we got to continue to get better at, AJ.
What I see us doing well is, I think, like I said before, the bonding. But I think certain people hold certain people accountable, which I feel like that's the bad part, because they need to hold everybody accountable instead of just certain people. Because we need to play as a team, and we all need each other because we're brothers.
Yeah. So the guys that are trying to lead, yourself included, you can't just maybe challenge one guy and not challenge the next guy.
Yes.
You don't have a problem with that with me, do you? How about you, Dean? One thing you think we're doing pretty well right now, but something we've got to continue to get better at?
One thing we're doing well is sharing the ball. I feel like everybody's very unselfish and everybody looks out for each other. A thing we can work on is on the defensive end, just knowing our rotations and understanding that we need to do our job, not anyone else's job. Just understanding you need to do your job when you're on the floor.
Yeah, we talk about that all the time. Just do your job and trust the people behind you or next to you that they're going to do their job, and usually things will get worked out, right? And I do agree with you. We're sharing the basketball. I think we've got some unselfish guys that are willing to make the extra pass, and we have a term in our program, turn down a good one for a great one, meaning if you've got a good shot, that's great. But if a guy, one more, is more open than you for the great shot, let's turn that down. I think for a young team, not playing together very long at this point in time, we're doing that pretty well. Sure. Now, I always give guys a chance to ask me a question during this show. So, Dean, because I'm nervous about AJ's question, so we're going to start with you, Dean. You got a question for Coach T?
Yeah, my question is, what's the most difficult part about coaching JUCO basketball?
Well, I think coaching basketball, I've had a lot of people say when I first came back to junior college, well, you're not going to be able to get these guys to learn your zone, or they're not going to pick it up. And I think all that is just, untrue. I think you get what you expect, and you get what you maybe demand is the right word. And so I think coaching basketball top to bottom, not just junior college, is getting a base of toughness and grit into your team. So many young guys, you guys included, haven't been pushed the way we push you. And this is the very best junior college league in the country, and if I don't push you every day, you're not going to have the grit and toughness to play in those type of games and tough, hostile environments against great coaches and great players. So getting that base of toughness, eventually it happens. It always happens when it happens sooner rather than later. Your team can be good early. But I think that's the biggest thing, just bringing a group together that's maybe never been pushed or challenged the way my staff and I do it, and getting them to be as tough as we need them to be to go rebound the ball in traffic with 2 hands, right? Yes, all right. AJ, question?
You took my question, but how hard was it to recruit, since y'all had 2 players coming back? How hard was it to recruit like a whole new team basically.
Yeah, there's pros and cons with that. That's a good question. We only had 2 returning players, and he asked, how hard was it to put together a whole team? And really at this level, there's constant turnover because you only have guys for 2 years anyway. But with only 2 players returning, there were a few negatives of that, in that people might have thought our team would go down a little bit since we didn't have a lot of returning players. But then on the flip side, it was basically like whoever we recruit and bring in is going to have a legit chance to start and play major minutes. So you kind of got to sell both sides of the fence there, if you will. Yeah, we're going to be young, we're going to be new, but it's a great opportunity for you to maybe play a lot. And I think, the people that maybe were concerned, well, maybe they're not going to be as good as have been in the past. I think probably in my 4 years here, top to bottom, this is my most talented team. So if we get that base of toughness like we need to have, I think we can have a great season and not take a dip whatsoever. All right, AJ, who's the funniest dude on the team, man?
Cousin.
Who?
Cousin.
What?
Deshaun.
Who?
Deshaun.
Tell me why Deshaun, a freshman from Connecticut, is the funniest guy on the team.
Like, I don't know. It's just like the stuff he says is just funny, and he's just a great guy to be around also too. But you know what I'm saying?
He does have a great personality.
Yeah.
I can't see him being the funniest. I thought maybe that would go to Dante. But, okay, we've got funniest being Deshaun. Who, if you had one guy to go out with, say you're going to Tallahassee to go to a club and have a good night, just hang out, who's the one guy you're taking with you, Dean?
Gotta go with my boy Jaden.
Jaden.
Yeah.
And tell me why.
He has a good personality around the ladies, of course.
Around the lady, okay. I
he-
can't see that one either. But
And he's always the one that wants to go. So he's if I ask him to go, he would go without a second question. So.
And with the ladies.
Yeah.
That really surprised me. All right, Jaden, I see you. Well, last question, guys. Give me one goal you have for yourself this season.
All-American.
Being All-American. Give me one goal you have for the team this season, Dean.
Win a national championship.
Well, I'd be pretty happy if those 2 things happened,
Yes, sir.
And I got one thing on a personal level I want to say. My daughter, Taylor, started a new job this past week, a great opportunity for her. I know she's excited. She watches all these shows. So I want to say I'm proud of you, Tay-Tay, and love you. And then 2 big dates that are coming up. October 24th. Is our fan jam. It's a Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. We've been publicizing this, talking about it a little bit. We're going to team up with the women's organization, their club, and Coach Markham, who's doing a fantastic job, and have 3-point contests. Each team's going to scrimmage a little bit, and all the players and coaches will stick around and take pictures and sign autographs afterwards. It's a great event. We've held it for a couple straight years, and the fans, the community really enjoy it. So come on out October 24th, and then our season opener, first game at home, November 2nd against Reed State, 7 o'clock tip-off. We're trying to pack the Milt for opening night, so we hope that our entire community, our campus community, Jackson County will all come out and support us in a big way. We appreciate you a ton, and go Indians.